Welcome to Trader Genius. This is Jess and Rob with your weekly trade analysis for 27 September. And we're going to start today by talking about our newest tool. It was released on Wednesday the 25th. It's called Casual Trader, and it is our day trading genius mode. So let's talk briefly about what Casual Trader is versus isn't and how you can get your hands on it out there. So Jess, what is Casual Trader?
Casual Trader is an extremely powerful tool that really allows the user to feel the market and evaluate risk. And through that risk assessment, you can make better decisions about how you apply your process and how you enter and exit the market. And what it isn't is it's not a hard and fast buy and sell signals. We are not in the business of that. That doesn't allow the user to have the individuality and have their own trading personality or their own trading style come out. This really kind of sets the landscape of risk assessment. And when you can consistently make low risk trades, then over time, depending on your process, that can create consistency within your account. And essentially, this tool is a consistent evaluation of risk. The question is, can the user match their process with the consistency of evaluation of risk? And the intuitive tools, the way it was built, the wizardry behind it really allows for a natural, integrated feel, which is different than I think what a lot of users are used to when it comes to day trading. Because I think a lot of people are, myself included, used to, 12, 15 windows open, 2, 3 monitors, and all this craziness going on. And you're having to process what's going on with that individual moment and keeping it in context with what's going on overall. And oftentimes, we need to have multiple windows open to create that picture. And Casual Trader really kind of condenses what the user needs to view to get that same representation of what's going on in that moment in relationship to what's going on overall. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, that's a good synopsis. It's also not going to be overly complex. It's not some mathematics that you have to do. It is simple. So embrace the simplicity, follow the simple signals, and we'll talk about those in our first trade review. But as far as how you can get your hands on it, right here is our website, tradergenius.com, and we've got kind of 3 categories: Day Trader Genius, Stock Trader Genius, and Investor Genius. These are based off of the durations that you're going to be in trade, pretty simply. So Day Trader Genius, you're looking at intra-day trades, and this is the Genius mode. Casual Trader is the Genius mode for day trading. We also have Genius modes for Stock Trader and Investor Genius. So those ones will be available by a couple of different means for stock trading and investing. The Day Trading Genius mode will only be available if you complete the advanced coaching pipeline. And that takes 1 month to complete, and it lets us get to know you as well, so we can trust you with the tool. And this community is built on trust and bringing each other up. So that is a prerequisite for getting access to the Casual Trader. And hey, imagine that through advanced coaching, you might learn a thing or two about risk ancillary to the Casual Trader to supplement your trading system.
And just to add to that a little bit is going through the training, depending on what your coach endorses you for through that process. Just graduating the course doesn't mean you're necessarily going to get endorsed for the tool itself. It's really a process and an integration with the coach and with the community. But at the end of that, you have the opportunity, just by going through the advanced coaching, to get endorsed for all 3 Genius modes: Stock Trader Genius mode, Investment Genius mode. Have some other pathways if coaching's not something that you're interested in doing. But as Rob said, Casual Trader only through the coaching. Coaching gives you the opportunity for all 3.
Fair enough. Let's close out the live day trader. I'm going to bring up my replay windows, and let's go over a trade I actually made in this on Amazon. So this was using Casual Trader on the day it came out. I'm going to pull up the basket and some of the other windows that we're used to seeing on this display, get my main list back up there, and that'll be enough right there. So I fast forwarded to the moment when I actually entered the Amazon trade, and you can see the market was going red at the time. Casual Trader was firing off, but in just regular terms that we normally discuss on these options trade reviews, Amazon's breaking down. It had been in a little bit of a channel here between opening price and this Y point at 1742. And in one foul swoop, we got almost 100 on the VG with a VG histo alert, and we're breaking out of the risk zone. So I liked the move of Amazon right here. Had some market agreement. A little bit more of the Power Genius would be nice, but we're looking red across the board. So I entered right here. And as I said, Casual Trader signals were going off. They were popping. And the market agreement was there. On the charts here, you can see I've got Amazon square in my sights as it breaks the risk zone. And I'll move forward 1 minute at a time, as you can in replay, by pushing the arrow key. And there within 1 minute, I'm at a 3% gain. And 2 minutes, it's showing 7% here. Actually, intra-minute with the power of options. One of the reasons we trade options is because as the bid is moving in real time, you can actually make a better gain. So replay is showing you a nice conservative 7%. That's where I exited. I had a little bit of volume increase, as well as we were encountering that previous low and 1735, a big price point. That was my exit signal. And I spent 2 minutes and 10 seconds in this trade. I'm just going to bring it over for what it looked like. This is my screen capture of what the Casual Trader, the Genius Mode signals looked like on that same movement. So I made 9.03% on an entry right here as it exited the risk zone. And right here as this candle was building and touching that previous low, I exited with 9.03%. I don't care. But Justin, you and I have talked so many options trades over the weeks and months. I don't care that it kept going on. 9% in 2 minutes. Good luck finding that elsewhere. And one of the things we talk about all the time, for anybody out there who's not familiar with options, yeah, it's another market on top of the stock market. It doesn't really take that much Googling on your own to understand what options are. Suffice it to say, you can make money going up or down in a very short amount of time with options. It comes with risks if you're not prepared. Hence our advanced coaching program, to prepare you to make the smart choices and have the right mindset to not lose your behind and your whole bank account to an options trade. So you plus the tools and the training makes for a good trading system, options day trading, and who knows what the market's going to do moving forward? Who knows? But if it's going down, there's not a whole lot. You can short shares. That's one way to go. But buying puts in the options market gives you an even greater return, a better profit in options than you would in shares during that same time frame.
Yeah, great trade, brother. I love it. I think it looks great. And really what you kind of hit on there in the middle was the most important. Self-control and emotional control. You're right, man. 9% in 2 minutes. Hey, do you need 15% every day? I mean, if that's the case, then then there's something else going on. And so being able to have that self-control and that emotional control to read the charts and act accordingly, irrespective of your wants and desires, hopes, dreams, fears, all that kind of stuff. And that's exactly why you are the head coach here at Trader Genius and doing what you do, because you do it really well. Great execution. I love it. I can't wait to see more. Casual Trader is a game changer, big time. And it's just an amazing tool. I'm completely blown away that Stephen and Alan were able to beat the system that already existed to create such an awesome product, user-friendly product, easy to integrate with, as long as you have some of those other things in line that you can learn through the coaching. So nice trade.
And just to bounce that concept of market up, market down. You know, when you're going red, you can profit on options with using puts. Let's take an overview, kind of go from small to big, and look at the market chart. So, do you want to start with the multi-decade, Jess man?
Yeah, let's take a look at the overall and the long term and work our way through.
Okay, here we sit. We're right around that 27,000 mark still. We're right at that top, and we have green signal on. So, interpretation of the chart.
Green signal on, still a positive site. Now, one of the things to remember is this is a multi-decade chart. So the trigger change there on the bottom is going to take some time. It doesn't happen super fast. And that's a good thing, because if we're trading multi-decade, then we want to have time to go through fluctuations and still have the market go up. So the green's a positive signal, but you can see that we did not break the previous high on that top, and we are kind of hovering around 27,000. I was kind of hoping we might at least peek our head out above that last cycle, but we in fact did not, and it's come back down after a 3-candle uptrend, and we opened lower this week as well too, and it seems like it's not really growing much. We're not really seeing it challenge that red candle a whole lot. So caution is in the wind. That's the way I kind of interpret this chart. And let's see what's currently going on to get a better snapshot of the market conditions as far as how you interact with the market right now. We've got that bull and bear laying down, and then on the monthly, we are coming to another top as well too. So we've been here a couple times, it looks like, Rob.
Yeah, for real. I mean, if you need a showcase of what resistance looks like, you're looking at it.
Yeah, it's working. Resistance is definitely working, and who knows what it's going to do. We're green on green, which is positive, but remember back to that multi-decade chart, that little purple candle that's not even challenging the close of the previous red candle week. We're not even getting midway through that candle. So there's still, it's showing that there's still significant resistance at that point. What's the weekly look like?
Yeah, we'll zoom in a little bit to see those tops and bottoms, and
yeah, we're continuing to channel. We're in a micro channel of a channel that we've been in since, really since February. This whole year we've spent this time in this channel. So what this really kind of means to me is diversification and agility. In other words, what do you have in your arsenal as a trader that allows you to take advantage of the cycles, the up and the down, as well as protecting you from that moment that it does break down, or being poised for that moment it does break up and goes on a nice run. That's the things that we got to kind of think about, because as you can see from February till now, we actually haven't really gone much of anywhere. A little bit of a higher high, but then in turn, a little bit of a lower low. So it's not showing its hand one way or the other. Be prepared. And that's where having diversification in your ability to make money in the market is really key. That comes with not only being able to, invest and trade stocks when it's a nice bull time, but really the fastest way, or the most effective way to protect yourself from limiting how much time you're in the market and being able to take advantage of those downturns is in options. And really the training, the coaching, the community itself really kind of supports that and supports that journey, I think, extremely well. What are your thoughts, Rob?
It's definitely a helpful tool for that. There are plenty of ways, the inverse of the SPY or Dow, for instance, the VIX, shorts. There are ways. Options is probably the easiest way to learn, because we can hammer out hundreds and thousands of repetitions in a very short amount of time using our simulator. And that's how we get a system that works. And you train yourself, condition yourself to be able to watch those micro movements from, seconds of data updates you're able to track those by conditioning in a very short amount of time. So 1 month is not that much time to invest in a skill that could be an income stream for you moving forward. So yeah, it's a really effective way, as you say. All we really want to hear is that you're protecting yourself. Everybody's situation is different, so be agile. Really examine it for what it is. Don't gloss over this kind of stuff. If your savings is tied up in some longer term investments, ask the questions. Ask the questions of what risks am I vulnerable to right now? We're not here to say, hey, there's a big crash coming. No, who the heck knows? Nobody can see the future. Just protect yourself. Understand the risks. And if you choose to continue on the path you're on after you understand the risks, so be it. But at least give yourself the opportunity to make a change and protect yourself. Daily swings, as you can see here, we'll wrap up with the daily view of the market chart. These daily swings are going to happen. It's tough to tell what is just a couple days worth of drop and what's going to be an actual recession or even worse, a crash in the market. So it's very hard to tell. Actually get involved, check the charts daily, get to understand what the patterns of behavior on the entire market and whatever stocks or indexes, funds you're involved with. Understand what their behavior looks like and protect yourself from the worst. Take your money to safety rather than being sorry later. Your future self will thank you.
Yeah, it's treating trading like a business. And diversification is very common in business to be able to take advantage of market fluctuations, seasonal fluctuations, whatever the business is, there's usually fluctuations within it. And so diversification allows to provide that consistency as long as your processes match it. And that's really the key. And I'll leave you guys with a quote. The attention you give to things is proportionate to its value. And so what is this value to you if using the example that Rob used with your savings tied up in the stock market? What value is that to you? And are you giving it the attention that it needs and the preparation that it needs for whatever the condition is, whether it breaks to the downside or breaks to the upside? Who knows? We don't have crystal balls. Nobody does. And so are you asking those questions and are you giving it the attention that it needs to help you reach your goals? Because ultimately here at Trader Genius, it's about goals, it's about growth in life, it's about supporting each other and learning. So that continuing learning growth process is what we're all about. So we like to ask the hard questions and we hope you take some time to think about it. And we hope you enjoy the episode here this week on Trader Genius.
Thanks, guys.